Welcome to Wales. So we're down here for a glorious gravel event, which is also a UCI Gravel World Series event. So we're just on the finishing straight here, actually, doing a bit of a course recce. So this is the finishing straight, this is the finish line along here. What a beautiful setting. Gravel is top notch, not chunky, very fast. We'll have a bit of that. Just out doing a bit of a recce. Nice, just being round the reservoir. Didn't take that long to get round, actually. Then just did a bit, of course, further up into the turbines, where I think we do a couple of laps. So quite a late start, actually, 11 o'clock, which is strange, because it's on a Sunday. The race is a Sunday, so it's going to be quite late for people. That are starting in the later age groups as well. They're being pretty hilly and long. It might be a long day for people, but never mind. But yeah, unreal setting. Gravel is lovely. The only thing that's slightly upsetting is the weather tomorrow isn't. The forecast isn't great. There's a yellow warning of rain, but it's meant to persist down this evening, so hopefully it rains itself out, and it's not too bad tomorrow. But hey, we're here in Wales and pretty excited for this one. Should be good. Like I say, it's a UCI gravel event, so it should be quite competitive. So we're staying in a lovely little Airbnb in Denbigh. Denbigh in English, Denbigh in Welsh, I think. Yeah, lovely little town, actually. Just like 20 minutes from the race. The race is around Lynbrennig Reservoir and up into the forests and things. So it's only 20 minutes away, which is absolutely ideal. Airbnb's lovely. So that was a great find. So I'm just nearly back at the visitor centre. So we're just gonna get changed and yeah, so just gonna get changed, go for some food, chill out. Might go for some more food tonight, and yeah, get ready for tomorrow. So we'll catch you then. And that's us off. As you can see, it turns into quite a fast start, and I was right at the back, which was no good.
that was, yeah, even if I was at the front, I don't know whether I would have been able to hang on, but it probably would have been easier being in the group. But I was far too back here. I was late to the pen. A big thing going forward is maybe get to the pen early and get a good position. If you're in the group, it's easier to stay in the group than try and chase it. Because yeah, they were gone. And just at the end of the straight here, there's a bit of a climb. And yeah, it all gets fired up here. And the main group's just up there. But yeah. Still put a bit of a gap in. I'm gonna struggle over the top here. Then this group kind of gets away as up. This group gets away also. So the start of the race went horrendously, really. So just go into TT mode, trying to catch back onto this group. It's pretty fast along here. It's all road section past the visitor centre. As you can see, I'm agonisingly close. Trying to stay aero. And I just about latch back on at this corner, but then they kind of kick on again. And yeah, this first bit just to end up being solo, really. It was a horrendous start. Just felt like I was off the pace big time. But this was about 8 to 10 mile in, maybe. I found this group, which was going well, and I was just, yeah, I still wasn't going well by this point, but I was able to hang on to these guys. So I stuck with these guys for a little while, and felt like I wasn't going backwards on my own anyway with these. So I just sat on the back and let them do the work. Just tried to find some sort of rhythm, because I was lacking massively. As you can see, the weather wasn't fantastic, but it was meant to rain heavily all day, but the rain never really came. It was just really misty, so it could have been a lot worse, to be fair, but there was a lot of rain overnight, which you'll see, which made the course pretty tricky. A lot of standing water and slippy and muddy. Some speed demons coming on the outside there. So I had to take my glasses off at this point because they were that caked in mud. So I put them on my helmet, but yeah, once I took them off, it was even worse, really, because it was getting all in my eyes and it was hard to see. But I tried putting the glasses back on a couple of times, and it was just even worse because they were just condensing up with the mist, and yeah, I couldn't see a thing out the glasses, so I just had to put up with getting mud in my eyes. So this is why I backed off a little bit. backed off the wheel a bit just to stop the spray getting in my eyes, because it was quite bad. Note to self, get some clear lensed glasses. Even with clear lenses though, I feel they were still getting caked. And if you'd wiped them, you would have just smeared them. I don't know, other people were coping with glasses on still, but I wasn't. So yeah, ended up just riding without glasses on. And it turns out it wasn't that champagne-y gravel like I said it was in the intro. It was around the reservoir, but once you got up into the forest and things, it was pretty sharp and got really chunky at times, as you'll see. But yeah, I wanted to close the gap on this group here after that descent. So I think I must have dropped off the pace here a little bit. That group went ahead. So yeah, I was just soloing again for a little while. Still struggling, still didn't feel as though I had any legs. Heart rate was high. Yeah, it just felt like I had nothing. And then this guy came past, shouting things. I don't know, he looked like he was drilling it. I don't know whether he was talking to one of his teammates or what, I'm not sure. But he was turning the screw a little bit, so I thought, right, let's try and stick with this guy, because I think he was in my age group, so I was like, let's just try and stick with him and see if I can find some sort of rhythm. And hopefully my legs come good. Because I felt way off the pace. So he does get a little gap, but I do bring it back. As you can see, still trying to keep the pace pretty high, accelerating out of all the corners. Still can't quite latch on to that group just ahead. But you can see we're shifting. I managed to find a bit of speed, catch back up, and this group, I don't know whether they were working together or not, kind of splits up a bit. This guy pushes on. I just decide to go at my own pace up here. A little climb. Then yeah, I was again solo for a little bit. Then I managed to claw back this little group, and this was the group that stuck. We worked well. We were all going the same kind of pace. They were in different age category to me, but yeah, it was going well. But at this point, being on the wheel, I was getting splattered with so much. My eyes, I was having to shut them all the time. It was pretty tricky. But like I say, my glasses were so bad, I couldn't put them on. So yeah, we worked well in this group for a good while. And it was probably about now where I just started to find some rhythm and settle into the race. Legs started feeling better. I don't know what it was at the start, like the first 10 mile or so was horrendous, just had nothing. But then, yeah, managed to find some legs. And we were pinging along here, which was good. I just had to swing to the side there because it was getting too much.
Hard right. Yeah.
You'll see this guy here, he overruns this corner slightly.
Nearly.
But then we're back on it. Picking people off one by one. It's becoming a bit of a reoccurring thing. Yes, having a bad start and then just having to pick people off. So yeah, this is where I was feeling good, so I thought I'll do a pull on the front. I ended up doing about, it was a good while, 15-20 minutes pull on the front. I just, the legs, it'd come good. I think there was maybe, as I kept looking back, and there was like 5, 6 behind us. But I just thought, go at your own pace. If you ride them off the wheel, hopefully they can stay on and you can work. But if not, then yeah, I feel good. So I'm not waiting around in a slow group. So any flat or false flat, I felt really fast and strong, and that was mainly this 15-20 minute pull I did was mainly flat or just like shallow rises.
Left.
As you can see, we weren't really hanging about. The conditions really added a different aspect to it though, with it being wet. Yeah.
Right.
So still motoring along here. going well. At this point, I haven't looked back in a little while, so I'm not sure who's left. I know there's at least one guy on the wheel. And there was a lot of punctures actually. So that just showed you it wasn't champagne gravel. A lot of people had mechanicals. There was a lot of DNFs through mechanicals and crashes. A lot of crashes actually. So just another guy we're able to pick off here. Slowly clone people back. I wanted to get into this right hand bend for him. Some sort of checkpoints there. So I'll just flick the elbow along here, whip across the road just to try and get back in the, and have a little rest, and I'll do another pull.
I'll keep the pace that you're going, but I'll give you your time when I can.
Lovely.
And this was turned out to be my biggest mistake of the day. I should have just stayed on the front, and what happens next probably wouldn't have happened. So yeah, looking back, that was a huge mistake because I wasn't feeling tired. I should have just stayed on the front, but I didn't know what was coming up. So, and it goes into this narrow little muddy section which I got into, and I was like, oh, this is a funky cool little section. But yeah, we were going some speed through here, and yeah, you'll see what happens next. It all goes Pete Tong. And that was the end of the race for me.
No, not really. Yeah, it's a good dash.
This guy was good. He was making sure I was alright, making sure I could move my arm and nothing was broken. But I don't know whether you could see in the footage, the bars completely went, so they were goosed. And yeah, ended up in A&E for 8 hours. Not the end to the race that we wanted. Like I say, I was really pumped for that race, and I just started to find my legs, and yeah, that happened. So in hindsight, I didn't know that muddy section was coming up, but I should have stayed front wheel, you know, that wouldn't have happened. But never mind. Yeah, on to the next one. Lessons have been learned. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.